6:15 p.m. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Lakshman Fonseca and read by Mario Vijayavardhana. The headlines. The Ministry of Education stresses that schools should not collect money from students. About 93,000 applications have been received for consideration for university admissions for the next academic year. The President instructs to take measures to deliver recently introduced tax benefits provided for sanitary towel importers for their customers. The National Cancer Control Programme says that every day 12 cases of breast cancer are reported from Sri Lanka. The World Bank has announced its master's scholarships for students from developing countries. The Secretary to the Ministry of Education, Mr. Nihal Ranat Singh, has stressed that schools should not collect money from students or parents for various events, including Children's and Teachers' Days, except for the school fees approved by the Ministries of Education and Provincial Education. Emphasizing that a circular number 2015/5 has been issued to prohibit informal collections of money in schools, the Secretary of Education also said that it is a responsibility of the principals to stop such money spending activities as parents are struggling for their children's education amidst severe financial difficulties. The Secretary also emphasized that it is a responsibility of the parents to inform the relevant authorities if a school requests money unnecessarily from school students. The chairman of the UGC, Senior Professor Sampath Amaratunga, says about 93,000 applications have been received for consideration to university admissions in the country this year. He said nearly 45,000 students are expected to be enrolled at universities for the academic year 2022-2023. Accordingly, the number of students expected to be enrolled at medical faculties is nearly 2,035. Nearly 2,238 students will be recruited for engineering faculties. The Department of Examination said 171,497 students had qualified for university entrance according to the results of the A-level examination in 2021. President Ranil Wickremesinghe has instructed the officials to take measures to deliver the recently introduced tax benefits provided for sanitary towel importers to their customers. The President's media division also said the earlier tax imposed for raw materials for the industry had also been removed, and local manufacturers producing sanitary towels are also instructed to sell the sanitary towels at a reduced rate. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The National Cancer Control Programme says that every day 12 cases of breast cancer are reported from Sri Lanka. Dr. Hasar Ali Fernando said that there has been a rapid increase in the number of breast cancer patients in Sri Lanka in the past 2 decades. The Breast Cancer Awareness Month started on the 1st of October. Dr. Hasar Ali Fernando added that in line with the Awareness Month, steps will also be taken to raise awareness with regard to breast cancer at the local level and to refer diagnosed patients for treatment. The World Bank has announced its master's scholarships programs for students from selected developing countries. Interested graduates from Sri Lanka are also eligible to apply for the 2022-2023 academic year. The World Bank scholarships program provides funding for international students to continue their studies in key development areas in one of 35 participating programs at universities in the United States, the UK, the Netherlands, Australia, Japan and France. The World Bank scholarships provide a round-trip airfare between the home country and the host university, a travel allowance of $500 for each trip, in addition to airfare, a tuition waiver, basic medical coverage, funding for on-campus housing and even a monthly stipend. The applicant must be a national of a World Bank member country and have obtained an undergraduate degree or an equivalent university degree 3 years before the application deadline. Popular actor Darshan Dharmaraj has passed away at the age of 41. The actor passed away at the Colombo National Hospital this morning due to a sudden heart attack. Darshan Dharmaraj entered the television industry by appearing in Sydney Chandrasekhara's teledrama A9. Born in Rakwana, Dharmaraj was awarded the Best Actor award at several film festivals in Sri Lanka for his role as an ex-LTTE cadre in Asoka Handagama's movie Iniyavan. The final rites of the actor will be conducted in Rakwana on the 5th, and the remains will be kept at the Jayaratna Florists in Borella from 7 p.m. to 3 p.m. tomorrow.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
The Secretary to the Minister of Education, Mr. Nihal Rana Singh, has stressed that schools should not collect money from students or parents for various events, including Children's and Teachers' Days, except for school fees approved by the Ministries of Education and Provincial Education. Emphasizing that a circular number 2015/5 has been issued to prohibit informal collections of money in schools, the Secretary of Education has also said it is a responsibility of the principals to stop such money-spending activities as parents are struggling for their children's education amidst severe financial difficulties.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
And now in Watch Live, the Education Ministry says sports will be allocated more space in the education reforms that will be introduced in January 2023. The Education Ministry, along with stakeholders in the sports sector, is planning to introduce a national sports plan that will aim at capacity building and changing the attitudes of school children. Annual recruits to the education sector from A-level students would be increased, and they would undergo training at the Yuva National College of Education as sports teachers. These sports trainers would undergo a thorough technical and psychological training to teach sports in schools. In world news headlines, at least 174 people die in a crash at an Indonesian football match. A farm tractor accident kills 26 people in Kanpur city. Tesla boss Elon Musk presents humanoid robot Optimus. At least 174 people have died in a crash at an Indonesian football match that has become one of the world's worst stadium disasters. About 180 were also hurt in the aftermath of home team Arema FC's loss to bitter rivals at the overcrowded stadium late on Saturday in Malang, East Java. The crash took place after police tear-gassed fans who invaded the pitch. As panic spread, thousands surged towards Kanjuruhan Stadium's exits, where many suffocated. FIFA, the world's governing football body, states that no crowd control gas should be carried or used by stewards or police at matches. FIFA President Gianni Infantino said it was a dark day for all involved in football and a tragedy beyond comprehension. A farm tractor trolley carrying Hindu pilgrims has overturned and fallen into a pond in Ghatampur in northern India's Kanpur city, killing 26 people, most of them women and children. The Superintendent of Police, Ted Swarup Singh of Kanpur, said the wagon was carrying about 40 people returning from a ceremony at a nearby Hindu temple on last night. He said most of the deaths were due to drowning. It is the second incident in the last week in Uttar Pradesh. A tractor carrying people overturned on Monday, killing at least 10 people. Tech billionaire Elon Musk has presented the latest prototype of a humanoid robot being developed by his Tesla electric car company. Optimus appeared on stage at a Silicon Valley event where it waved to the audience and raised its knees. The CEO said the robot was work in progress but could be on sale to the public in a few years' time. Tesla's mass market robots will be tested by working jobs in the car factories, company engineers say. The prototype was wheeled on stage during an annual Tesla AI Day presentation. And now the main points of the world news segment once again. At least 174 people die in a crash at an Indonesian football match. A farm tractor accident kills 26 people in Kanpur city. Tesla boss Elon Musk presents humanoid robot Optimus. That was world news, and now in development news. The government emphasizes the salaries of state sector employees will not be reduced under any circumstances. Minister Ranjit Siambalapitiya says that the government has not taken any decision in this regard. The minister stressed that some parties are making such headlines to create unrest in the country. He added that the government's stance is to protect the job security of state sector employees.
Sports News is brought to you by...
With many values that bind us beyond the transaction, we are Sampath Bank. We present your future.
British number one tennis player Cameron Norrie will not compete at the Japan Open after testing positive for COVID-19 while competing in Korea. The 27-year-old pulled out of his quarter-final against American Jensen Brooksby at the Korea Open on Friday. Norrie is pushing for a place at the season-ending ATP finals in Turin. World number 8 Norrie, who has won 2 titles this year and reached the top 10 for the first time, was due to face Australia's Thanasi Kokkinakis at the Japan Open on Monday. The Korea and Japan Opens were opportunities for Norrie to pick up points in the race to Turin rankings. Currently 11th, he needs to finish in the top 8 to qualify for the ATP finals in November.
The fastest way to earn the highest interest from NSB, now extended till the 30th of September just for you. Your short-term deposits receive an attractive interest rate of 20% in 3 months and 22% in 7 months. Visit a bank branch or a main postal office today. NSB, the only bank with 100% government guarantee.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Senior advisor to the Chamber of Tourism, Tissa Jaivira, says that the 99% of tourism promotional campaigns are conducted by private sectors. He said the government officials are good at visiting foreign countries and making presentations on a screen. While attending the World Tourism Day event organized by the Sri Lanka Tourism Development Authority recently, he also urged the importance of night tourism. He said in foreign countries, tourists go out and spend quality time during the night and bars are open till late in the night.
Business News, sponsored by
The fastest way to earn the highest interest from NSB, now extended till the 30th of September just for you. Your short-term deposits receive an attractive interest rate of 20% in 3 months and 22% in 7 months. Visit a bank branch or a main postal office today. NSB, the only bank with 100% government guarantee.
Economic news, courtesy of
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibility. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
Korea has granted a 6 million grant to strengthen the people affected by the corona situation, the Solar Grant. The agreement is signed between the Ministry of Public Administration and KOICA recently. The project is expected to improve the drinking water facilities, sanitation facilities, personal safety, improvement of primary healthcare facilities, the reduction of post-harvest damage, the increase of food security and household income. KOICA has agreed to provide a grant of $6 million for this project, which will be implemented from 2022 to 2025.
LOLC Finance is taking the power of innovation to the next level, winning 5 golds at the Technovation Awards 2022, leading the digital revolution with cutting-edge interbanking digital payments. LOLC Finance claims the overall gold award, whilst also claiming an extraordinary victory in digital banking. LOLC Finance will continue to innovate with the next generation digitalization of financial services, delivering a superior customer experience.
And now for the weather report. Showers will occur at times in the western Sabaragama provinces and heavy falls above 100 millimeters can be expected at some places in the Sabaragama province and in the Kandy and Nuwara districts. Showers or thundershowers will occur at a few places in the Uva province and in the Ampara district during the evening or night. Strong winds about 50 to 55 kilometers per hour can be expected at times on the western slopes of the Central Hills, the northern, north central and southern provinces and in the Trincomalee and Puttilam districts. The sea areas off the coast extending from Galle to Trincomalee via Puttilam and Kankasanthurai will be rough, and from Galle to Putthaville by Hambanthurai will be very rough. There is a possibility for the increase of swell waves above 2.5 meters to 3 meters in the sea areas off the coast extending from Galle to Putthaville by Hambanthurai and about. The Met Department advises the public not to venture into fishing and naval activities in the sea areas off the coast extending from Galle to Putthaville by Hambanthurai and requests to be vigilant in the sea areas off the coast extending from Galle to Mena via Colombo during the next 24 hours. And now the main points of this news broadcast once again. The Ministry of Education stresses that schools should not collect money from students. About 93,000 applications have been received for consideration to university admissions for the next academic year. The President instructs to take measures to deliver the recently introduced tax benefits provided for sanitary towel importers to their customers. The The National Cancer Control Program says that every day 12 cases of breast cancer are reported from Sri Lanka. The World Bank has announced its Master's Scholarships program for students from developing countries. The World Bank has announced its Master's Scholarship program for students from selected developing countries once again. That concludes this news broadcast. You're with Radio Sri Lanka.